So I had this strange roommate in rehab, right? And he looked like that girl on That's Told by Ginger, but he kind of looked like that and a mix between this dude right here. He was a little redhead, curly headed dude. He's probably about 25 years old, maybe 5'6". When I met him, he had on these green shorts that had marijuana leaves on them, and he had a white Nirvana shirt on. And he wore this shit for like the first week I met him, and to the point to where I complained, and two or three other roommates of mine complained to the house manager, and they made this dude literally physically get his ass in the bathtub. And they started having a book they kept, a shower sheet, and they started putting check marks per each day of the week to make sure this dude washed his ass. So in my room, we had four different twin beds inside one room, and I fucking hated it because I'm not used to sleeping with grown men, much less strangers, right? So I'm in a room with four different grown men, with three different grown men, four counting me, and he moves in one day. So besides him not taking baths, he was in there supposedly for being addicted to kratom. I didn't know you could be addicted to that shit because I've used kratom a lot of times back when I was doing opiates, trying to get off of it and not be sick. And I've never even thought once you could be addicted to the shit or even abuse it because you barely can feel it. He was addicted to kratom. He had two daughters, and every time he introduced himself, which I don't remember his name, when he'd introduce himself, he'd be like, "I'm a hopeless dope fiend. My name is such and such, such and such." And he'd start telling his story. But every time he introduced himself, he would call himself a hopeless dope fiend. And to me, I guess he thought it was clever. It kind of sounded corny as shit. So the whole 33 days in rehab, every time he introduced himself, "I'm a hopeless dope fiend, blah, 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 blah." And he told us his kratom story. And then one day, this is some crazy ass shit. We had like a talent show inside one of the rehab rooms. We had music days on Tuesdays, I guess, to like relieve the stress and any of the problems and the built up anger you have. You can let it out by beating on the drum or rapping or whatever. So she let us play any song we wanted to one day or instrumental. And you could rap or sing or do poetry or whatever. And the hopeless dope fiend decided to rap one day. And I thought it was going to be funny because he didn't look like no rapper. And he's still wearing these same green shorts, same white shirt, looking nasty as hell. So when he said he's going to rap, I kind of like paid attention, like, what the fuck's he going to say? Some dumb shit. And old buddy started rapping. He was spitting. He sounded like fucking Outkast. He was spitting like some Kendrick Lamar type J. Cole shit, like some really deep stuff. And I was thinking, damn, this dude is really musically talented. And he came from the streets. He was homeless before rehab. So I'm thinking, this dude's laying on the side of the street, talented, like not your average rapper. He can rap his ass off, looking like As Told by Ginger. But you're stuck in here in rehab with this shit, man. This dude was also really fucking strange because he would talk to himself like full conversations, and you would catch him, but he would look up when you catch him, but he didn't even look like he cared. He would just keep going on with a conversation to himself, knowing he looks fucking crazy, and know he wasn't schizophrenic like Tyler and my other video. And there is something crazy about this dude. So when he sleptwalked. Now I now remember this shit because I wanted to whoop his ass one day. So while you're sleeping, just imagine being with three strangers in a room you don't know already. So you're already uneasy. You sleep with one eye open. Now imagine going to sleep and you see everybody in the room in their bed. So you feel kind of comfortable because everybody's in the room. You're good, right? Now imagine falling asleep and waking up, just open your eyes to glance around and you see somebody's not in their fucking bed and the door's cracked open. And your first thought is, this motherfucker walking around the room while I'm sleeping? Like, what the fuck? So you get uneasy. Don't fall back asleep till he comes back. And when he comes back, he sits on the edge of somebody else's bed. In one of my stories, I told a story about the guy that got his legs cut off by the train. He was my roommate. He came and sat on that guy's bed, thinking it was his bed in the middle of the night, pitch black, and those two woke up yelling and cussing and shit. And I remember thinking, this motherfucker sleepwalks. He says he's addicted to kratom. He can rap his ass off. He don't take baths. He looks like the girl on That's Told by Ginger, and now he's trying to get in bed with other men. Like it was just another person that was fucked up off drugs, I guess. Or I guess if you call it. Or maybe he was in there for something deeper than kratom. He just said it was kratom. I don't know. That was between him and his counselor. But yeah, that's another story about old boy. Y'all remember drugs are bad, whether it's kratom, whether it's fucking antidepressants, or whether it's heroin, shit like that. It doesn't matter. If it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. Listen to these stories, man, it could be you. Make money, dodge drama, live life. Thank you guys for watching.